Hello everyone, so we are doing a new video, and this one is going to be a video that I've been meaning to do for a long time, and it's basically going to be an informative video as well as just not a show off, but an informative video slash collectible video at the same time. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let me know what you guys think after everything is all done, or after you've watched it, or you've watched some of the video. Just let me know, see if you guys like it or like this kind of style. I was gonna do this as more like a role-playing video, but I think this would be better off as informative. So as you guys can see, this is the Nintendo Switch cleaning cloth that I have here. So and this is to clean off the screen of any kind of LCD panel, LED panel. It's just a microfiber kind of cloth, like cleaning cloth. But that is the whole point of this video, is to show you guys what we have here, which is, hypothetically, let's just say you're in the market for a new Switch, or let's say you don't have a Switch and you are trying to get one. Well, this is the Nintendo Switch OLED model. This is going to have a 7-inch, as you guys can see, OLED screen. It's going to have 64 gigabytes of memory for storage. You get a dock with a LAN port and an adjustable stand. It's better than the new one that has been out about maybe, I think it's more than a couple years ago, something like that. But as for this, it is definitely probably the better version of any of them. And as you guys can see right there, it is HDMI certified, energy verified, micro SD XC, and then you get the official Nintendo stamp right there. So this does come with a 64 gigabyte console, and let's show you guys the back. So this is tabletop mode. You can use it there like that. It shows you guys a little stand. This is a bigger screen than the version 2 that has come out. This is the white and black version. I call it the Stormtrooper version. TV mode, you can of course plug this up, take your put it on the dock, and then take your Joy-Cons, and it comes with a little like controller right there. You got these little straps that you can put on your arm for some games that come like that. And this is handheld mode. This is the mode that I play in probably the most. And then it shows you on the side all the contents that it does come with. So just letting you guys know, if you're trying to, get something that you want to travel with, I'd probably say more people are going to get this like me because they travel a lot. Maybe if not that, just because they want to play something on the go. I know people have cell phones and they're more than capable, with all the emulators and all the kind of games that you can get on cell phones nowadays. So, but if you are in the market for an Switch per se, this is $349.99 everywhere right now, unless you see it like discounted for some god knows what reason why. I would still get it over the basic version 2. Unless you do, like, let's say there's an Animal Crossing version, then I would probably get that then, if you're just more of a fanatic of that. But even still, those models are not going to have the bright and better sounding OLED Switch that this is going to be. And this as well does come with a better stand than it does for the version 2. You're going to have, I think, a better stereo sound from these models right here. And you can tell if it's a OLED model, as it will say it literally right there, as well as the box will be like that. So some of the contents, I'm not going to probably show you guys everything in there, but that's why I have double. But there's a reason why I have that, and it's because, to play multiple systems, or to, do data transfers and stuff like that. But let's just say you're in the market to get a new Switch, which of course is going to be that. You're probably thinking, what games should I start with? Or if you're buying it for somebody else, you're probably thinking, what might they like even if I don't know what they like. I'm gonna give you guys some staple games. Some of them I don't have with me, but they're downloaded on my system already, and I'm just gonna show you all what games that a lot of people have bought in the past, or as well as, you know, in the near future. So just wanted to show you guys a little bit too, though, is this is one of the most popular games right now, which is going to be the Skywalker saga for the Lego Star Wars. And you can get this, I want to say it's like $50 everywhere right now. Maybe if you can find it discounted. Really good game if you like, or, you know, if your kid or, you know, your friend or whoever you're going to buy for, even for yourself. If you're in the market, definitely try that game out. That's one of the newer ones, and I definitely would suggest that. And we're going to start this off because I have a ton of games that I've bought in the past, as well as some games that are like duplicates that I've bought more than once for different occasions. So the first one we're going to get started with is, and these are not going to all be like must-gets. I'm going to show you guys all of these, the ones that I think you should at least possibly try to get. And the first one being, I'm going to show you guys just to start off with. The first game I think you all should get when you first ever get a Nintendo Switch, any kind of Switch, if it's a Lite, whether it's an OLED or a version 2, this game right here. This game is literally tons of fun. It is, in my opinion, this game's a 10 out of 10. This is pretty much what Nintendo, if it's not Mario Kart, this game definitely, hands down, is probably the best game that you'll ever find on the Switch. As far as replayability goes, as far as online goes, whether you're solo, dolo, or, you know, you're playing with friends, family, and stuff like that. So this game is called, of course, Super Smash Brothers Ultimate, and it has a lot of your favorite characters from the Nintendo series, as well as other, you know, Capcom. They do have some characters from different other games, like, of course, Pokemon. You got Splatoon, you got Kirby, Metroid, Zelda for Link right there, Animal Crossing, ton of different characters. And it says it even right here. It has over 70 fighters, and then there's downloadable stuff. There's 100 stages, and it says not even everybody's on this, but there is downloadable characters, and like it says, 1 to 8 players right there. So that's pretty much all you need to know. And then there's an adventure mode, as well as different other stages. So I always tell people this is definitely one of the staples that I would get. The other staple, if you're into adventure games, is definitely going to be Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. This game has changed adventure games, single player games as it is, for, I don't know, God knows how long. I don't even know when this game came out. When did this game come out? This says 2017. I think it was 2016 if it was on the Nintendo, I think, Wii first. But this game speaks for itself. It's changed so much, and the soundtrack is amazing, by the way, on this too, as well as all the things you can do. You have your hands full. Like, if you have time to play this game, definitely play it. Or if you know somebody else has time, or they would like something like this adventure-wise, or they're a fan of Link, definitely get Breath of the Wild. These two games are like the staples that I would say right now. The other one that I was going to show is, let's see if I can find it first. No, besides these ones, Mario Kart, the ones that I don't have the cases for right now, but Mario Kart is definitely one of them, and maybe I think Super Mario Odyssey, as well as Luigi's Mansion 3. I have all of those, but they're in different, they're downloaded on my system already, or they're still waiting to be downloaded because I think I've taken some of them off. But I'm just going to go down the line right now and show you guys, besides the staples that I think that are there, we're going to show you all some of the new ones. So Kirby, that just came out, I think it's called The Forgotten Lands. That's a pretty good game. Another one, definitely, if you like the Metroidvania kind of stuff, it's its own genre. But Metroid Dread, really good game. Definitely, if you are a fan of like shooters slash adventures, challenging games, definitely try this game. It's got a new kind of like system, I want to say, as well as some of the bosses in here are a little not too hard, but they can be. And then there's different difficulty modes that you can play on. So this is another one that I do personally like myself. If not that, there's a newer game for the Pokemon series. Arceus is really good. I do like probably Sword and Shield a little bit better, probably a lot better. But the fact that they did this as an, of course, action meets RPG and new kind of Pokemon adventure, I think, in my opinion, this was like a sample of what they're gonna do for, I think the new one is Scarlet and Violet, something like that. But the new Pokemon games that they're coming out with is, and of course my favorite character, Lucario, gotta be in the front. But this game is really cool too. I beat this game, I want to say, in maybe a week and a half. I was just pretty much having fun with it, and I was like sucked into the story. Like it was interesting. It wasn't the best story, but I feel like they could have done a better job. But we'll put that right there. Another game that I did buy digitally, but when it first came out, because I just love this game, is Overwatch. This is Legendary Edition. This came out a long time ago, and I'm still wishing that they come out with Overwatch 2, but Blizzard's been having their issues, I guess. So another one, and this goes to show you how many times I bought Breath of the Wild. So let's just put this back up there as another staple. Another game that I bought is, or I would recommend, is going to be Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, The Black Order. And if you're a fan of RPGs and a fan of Marvel, definitely get this. The cover art just is amazing itself, as well as the game. I think, it could have been better, but in my opinion, over 30 characters, you can team up with people, and I would say the RPG element is really cool. You get to do a lot of the superheroes' powers. Really cool story too, and as well as the downloadable content. I'd give this, in my opinion, like an 8 out of 10, maybe something like that. But we have that. And then we have one of my favorite games that came out on the Switch as a port, which ports are basically going to be games that did come out on other systems, but they just, transferred everything over so it can be kind of similar and run at the same speed. But this game basically gives, to me, my opinion, it gives other games no reason that they should have to download like an update or anything, because this on one cartridge, you don't even have to download any updates. It's just on one cartridge, and I think they did a really good job. You get all of the DLC, which is the downloadable content, so 16 plus DLCs with that, all the adventures. And if you've already played this game, just playing it on the go is really cool. I don't care if it's not 4K or 1080p, as long as you can play this game. If you're on the train, subway, bus, if you're in a car, Uber, whatever like that, you can play a AAA game title like this, which is really awesome. And I don't know if you guys have watched I think it's the Netflix series, but this is basically, the series is basically based off of this game. So we have that here. Another game. This is going to show you how many times I've bought in Smash Brothers. And let's see. I think the inside of that cartridge is empty. I think I have that in somewhere else. And that, I think, is right there. So just goes to show you how many times I bought that game. People are going to be like, oh my god. But another game that I didn't think I was going to like and I ended up liking was Dragon Ball Z CCG Rat. So if you know somebody that's a fan of like anime or fans of Dragon Ball Z, definitely get this game. If they're not a Ocean dub fan, I want to say it is, because I was a fan of, the original Bruce Faulconer music, and the fact that they didn't have it through some of the scenes kind of threw me off. But I mean, they did take a chance with this game on the adventure side, and I mean, it's a really good game. let's not say it's like the best game off of Dragon Ball Z, but it is a really good RPG game. So if you do like, you know, the mixture of anime, this is a really good game. As well as another one that I've tried anime style is going to be the rated M Shin Megami Tensei 5. And if you're a fan of like the I think it's this, people have said this is like a adult Pokemon game, so you basically fight with like demons, as well as a interesting story, I'll say. But Atlas does make this. They've made a lot of games in the past for not just for the Switch, but for a lot of other systems like the PlayStation as well as the Xbox. So we have that. Another game I just bought today, which I gave it a chance, I'm gonna give it a chance at least, is called Ori The Collection. I haven't played it, but I got recommended to this by one of the GameStop employees where I went to, and this includes 2 games. So in this one, you do get Ori and the Blind Forest Definitive Edition, and Ori and the Will of the Wisps. So I got the hint. I like going to stores and checking the ratings, what these things get, just so that way, you know, I don't go in and waste my money and waste my time. And a lot of people said this is one of their favorite games of all time on the Switch, just the whole collection. And I figured, you know, why not get, you know, 2 games in one, or 2 games for the price of one, and at least give it a chance, you know. So it's supposed to be like a Metroidvania kind of game too, but really colorful. So I'm gonna try this one out and see how that goes. Another game I'm really into RPGs is Monster Hunter Stories Wings of Ruin. And if you've played the Monster Hunter game, then you pretty much know how this goes. Like, a lot of the stories focus on, of course, like different characters you can customize and stuff like that. It's kind of like a lot of these are not anime based, but they just feel like it's like a good story for this one. I know, because I haven't played through this all, but definitely try this one if you're a fan of RPGs too. And if you, let's see, because I know you can buy stuff online, and I'm going to show you guys more stuff, but the cool thing about the Nintendo Switch that they did an update is if you're like me, you know, you don't want to, you know, blast the music from the system, but you can get, whether you want to use AirPods or you want to use like your own. But I got this was, I think, like normally $149, but it's $70 that I got on sale through Best Buy. But any kind of, like, you know, Bluetooth headphones, these have active noise cancellation. I recommend getting something like that with the Switch, just so that way if you're out and about or whatever, you're not, you know, interrupting anybody else's kind of like, you know, timeout. And you definitely, if you're gonna get a Switch, I definitely recommend getting a case. This one I got, I think it's from, where is this from? All I know is that you can store, of course, your Switch stuff in here. It's got a strap too, and then when you open it up, this is different from the hard case ones. You can, of course, store your cartridges if you want right there. I don't do that just because, you know, I don't know. And this one's got a kind of buckle, and then you can place your Switch inside there, and this is like a very, very memory foam slash padding, so that way if you do drop it, or if it's like, you know, gets muffled around in like your backpack or something like that, it is protected. So I recommend getting any kind of case that's gonna have padding inside of it, or at least a layer, so that way your expensive Switch does not get broken. And that is, I mean, it's really good quality too. At least it's not like, you know, Louis Vuitton or something like that, but this does get the job done. And I think I got this for only, I think it was like 11 or 12 bucks. You can find stuff on Amazon too, so, which is really cool. And it did come with this cleaning cloth. So like I said, you guys can get, you don't have to, but I mean, you can get the Bluetooth kind of like headphones like these, and then you can always pair them up to your system, which is really cool. So now let's get into showing you guys off. Let's take this away. And I do have some sports games. I just didn't want to show you guys like everything I do have. And Nintendo does have so many freaking sales that it's ridiculous. Like, I'll just show you guys. So this is my copy, and I do recommend, as you guys can see, there's a layer of I put it on like perfectly, but a screen protector, glass one by the way, so that way you know, protect it at all costs. So this one is going to be my Nintendo Switch personally, and of course you do see the top. This is where you put the game cartridge in. This is where if you have a 3.5mm jack, you can put your headphones right in there. You got your volume controls right here, power button right there, left, right triggers, and ZR, as well as ZR right there for triggers if you're doing a shooting game or something like that. And you can take, of course, these off and play as well on the go. And then there are some games where you can take, and this is the cool part about it, is you can use each of these as a separate controller. So let's say you're playing a game that's like 4-player, 2-player, you can let your friend play it. As well as, I'll show you guys the back of this. This is the back of the Nintendo Switch. And when you lift this up, there is a SD card place where you can put your, you know, more expandable storage right there. I think it even goes up to a terabyte, maybe more, but I do know I have maybe the 128 in here, I think. And different Joy-Cons you can always buy, but these are just some of the games that I do have installed right now, only because if I installed everything, it would probably take maybe 256 gigs, all the stuff that I've bought online, as well as so like for instance, like I have Diablo, really cool game. I've had Need for Speed, different games on here, Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, and I just installed Ori and the Blind Forest. So this is just some of my games right here. I'll show you. I have Grand Theft Auto, just came out, San Andreas. I have that whole collection pack, Final Fantasy VII, one of my favorite games of all time. You got Pokemon Sword, which I've played, and a lot of the games you can always just re-download, and which is really cool. You can sort them on, you know, longest played. You can sort them, put them in groups, which is really cool. And then let me just show you guys real quick some of the things that they have on sale. So as you guys look on here, you'll see that they have, starting off, this is featured stuff. And as you go down, you can see like the recent releases they do have. You have the great deal section, which I love because a lot of their games go on sale, as you guys can see right over here. Some of these games are, you know, 60% off, whether it's 50% off. A lot of different games too. Some games, I might even just buy this game just because it's 84% off for NBA 2K22, even though it might not be the best basketball game like ever. You know, you got Marvel superheroes, you got Dragon Ball Z, Okami, really good game, Resident Evil, Mortal Kombat's even on sale. I think that's 70% off. You got a ton of different games, and they just have a cool section where you can pretty much go through everything. Even the Monster Hunter Stories one. But you can just go through it and check everything out just to see like what is on sale. There's always something like different, you know, every week. And I want to say some of these games have, you know, we'll say like 3 days remaining or how many days they are. And it's better to get them when they're on sale instead of like, you know, they're not. You got different games like that. Mario Kart Deluxe is still $60. This game's been out forever. And that's one of the things about Nintendo is a lot of their games retain their value above anything else, more than any game that I've seen. Super Smash Brothers has been out for a long time. Lego Star Wars, another cool game. Hades, really cool game. Knights of the Republic. You got a lot of these different games, and these are on the bestsellers list. I don't know why things like that is on here. You got the Harry Potter collection. You got the new Star Wars Deluxe. And there's a ton of games. And what you definitely want to do, though, is, of course, when you get your Nintendo Switch, you have Nintendo Switch Online. So this is just to give you access to, you know, the whole shop. It's not going to be kind of like, you know, how Game Pass is. I wish it was like that because Game Pass would be awesome. Anything kind of like that. But you do get, you know, different kind of things you're going to get on here. That'll give you access to, like, over this one. Let me just see if they have it. I think it's like a Nintendo 64 one. Yeah, so you can pay extra to get the expansion pack content to get kind of like, it's like an emulator basically. But so if you're in the market for a Nintendo Switch, I definitely would get the OLED if you have the money for it. If not, just get probably the Nintendo Lite. I do have one of those too. And just wanted to say thank you guys for watching this video and letting me give you guys a little information on the Switch. And I'll see you guys